So, what is this year's initiative? Each year, a select team goes to the mountain during the summer and comes back with new initiatives. Let me guess. Since we studied Montezuma's strategies for a year, and hosted hundreds of drive-bys with no individual feedback, we are dropping Montezuma.
Dave, it is Marzano, not Montezuma.
What is the story with Marzano? He starts out as an engineer and then goes into education. And we have experience with engineers turned educators. Look no further than Ray.
Where did you get the engineer story? Marzano was not an engineer.
Sure he was. His most famous works was named after him. Have you not heard of the Marzano Bridge, from Staten Island to Brooklyn?
Oh boy, I can already see that this skit is too long.
Dave, we did take a look at the walkthrough results. After careful study, we concluded that one of the most productive efforts we could make this year would be to increase cooperative groups and working in pairs. Ray, what are the targets?
The use of cooperative groups and working in pairs were each observed 3% of the time. We like to double that to 6%.
We would expect a 25% yield when we double use of cooperative groups or working in pairs. That's a great goal, don't you think?
Are you kidding? Right now we struggle to give the entire curriculum in the designated amount of time. Using whole group lecture is the only way we can accomplish this. If we have to use cooperative groups or working in pairs, we risk not completing the curriculum.
It's a great goal, don't you think?
Additionally, Scott better expect increased discipline referrals if we start using more cooperative groups or working in pairs.
Not a good plan. Seems half-baked in my opinion.
Actually, data shows a reduction in discipline referrals when using cooperative group and students are working in pairs.
Like I said, it appears to be a well-thought-out plan.
It's a great goal, don't you think?
I would have to rewrite half my lesson plans. Not going to happen.
It's a great goal, don't you think? Ray, how many times a week does a teacher need to use cooperative groups or working in pairs to reach our goal?
That depends on the number of observations and the phase of the moon and the prevailing winds.
Ray, give me an estimate.
If you include the square root of pi.
Just give me a number.
1 time per week.
It's a great goal, don't you think?
Has anybody been listening to me?
It's a great goal, don't you think?
Okay, Mr. Johnson, for you I will give it a try. I think I will train my kids to quickly start talking to their neighbor when I use the code word evergreen. When an administrator walks in I will say evergreen. Actually, evergreen is already used for something else. Make the code word bluebird.
I've heard that teachers will use a code word something like bluebird. Maybe I should say bluebird when I walk in.
I think this whole thing is Marzano's revenge.
Dave, it's Montezuma's revenge, not Marzano's.
See, I was right initially.
It's a great goal, don't you think?